Tips with Tony. Tips with Tony. All about nutrition from your favorite dietitian. Everything you need to digest in your mind. Tips with Tony. Tips with Tony. Making you healthier one bite at a time. With Tony. Woo.
Hello and welcome to the Tips with Tony podcast. I'm Tony Marinucci, your registered dietitian, helping you get healthy one bite at a time. This next clip is from our Healthy Livings Foundation support group on Facebook. It is a free support group in which you can be a part of. You just need a Facebook account. Even if you don't love Facebook, just make yourself private just so you can join, so you can be part of this supportive group. Myself or one of my dietitians goes live every single Friday at 1 p.m. Eastern. And so when you're there, you can get access to all of the future videos, previous videos, lots of educational content, lots of helpful tools, tips, and tricks. So strongly encourage you to join. You can get access by going to the link in the show notes. So the reason why I wanted to do a little mini intro was, one, to let you know that this is a previous recording, but it's super helpful and I wanted to share it. I talk about different meal and snack ideas, and I actually go through what I helped one of my VIP clients to prepare. So I just went to California for one of my incredible clients, and we really went through all of her meals and snacks, and I talk more about it in this little clip, so I don't want to go too much into it. But what I wanted to kind of pop on here to say was that if you are interested in booking your VIP day, or you just want more information about it, then text VIP to 914-219-6446. Again, 914-219-6446. Text VIP to that number, or you can also click the link in my show notes to join the text list. And when you text VIP, we'll just go back and forth. I would love to learn where you're from, what you'd hope to get out of the day, see if it's a good fit. If we need to hop on a call, we can. If not, we can just go back and forth and make sure that it's something that you would benefit from, and really just explore more. So it's a really great way for us to connect, to get a deep dive, to really just go through kind of your typical day of eating. So maybe if the things that I mentioned in this episode, you can relate to, you would find helpful, but it's not 100% what you would want to see in your day, then, reach out to me and we can do something more individualized to you. So text VIP to 914-219-6446. Again, VIP to 914-219-6446 if you're interested in booking a VIP day with me, which means I will travel to you as long as you live in the United States. All right, enjoy the episode. Today I figured I'd pop on and talk about some different fun meal and snack ideas that are balanced, nutritious, also delicious, whether you're someone who lives by yourself or whether you have a family. I've just figured I'll just kind of run through some simple ideas so you can kind of understand what the difference is between a meal and a snack, and how you can kind of take these ideas and create your own kind of way with it. So that's kind of the purpose of today's live. But if you guys have questions or suggestions, you can either just comment here or message either me or Christina, and we'd be more than happy to provide you with maybe, another sort of topic idea. Just go with that. So before I start teaching, I would love if you are live. I see a couple viewers here. If you are live, type live. If you're catching the replay, type replay so that it pops up in the comments and I kind of can say hi and know who's here, or kind of reply back afterwards. So welcome. I didn't formally introduce myself. Sometimes I just assume people know who I am, but you never know who's watching, who comes in late. So I am Tony. I am a registered dietitian and business owner of Diet Tips with Tony, where we ironically teach people how not to diet. So we're really, really big on just helping you commit to a healthier lifestyle, finding balance in your eating habits, get rid of those rules and kind of rigid way of eating and thinking when it comes to achieving your health goals, your weight loss goals, or whatever it is that you have for yourself. And really more so doing it from this place of just eating more balanced, feeling more confident in your body, having more energy, and really doing it for reasons outside of just like aesthetics or these extremes. Because unfortunately, you probably have tried that stuff yourself and it doesn't really last very long. So you might have lost weight on a plan or a program, but then gained it back and some. You may have found it was like quote unquote working for you and then it stopped working, which the argument that we have is that then it didn't work, because anything that you only do temporarily is only going to produce temporary results. So if you really want consistency and longevity, it really is going to take just a commitment to healthier habits, and it doesn't have to be this crazy extreme. It's just really, simple things consistently repeated over time is how you're going to yield sustainable results. And that's what we believe and teach and preach at Tips with Tony through various ways in which you can work with us. So today, we are talking about some meal and snack ideas, and this was actually inspired for two reasons. One, I just got back from California where I provided a VIP day. So these VIP days are brand new, but there's a lot more interest that's coming in than I had expected, and they're really great. Basically, where I go to somebody's home and we sit together, we talk about their plans, their vision, their goals, and then we talk about maybe where they're struggling, if they're not clear about what to eat, how much to eat, when to eat it. We kind of sort through what they're currently eating, and I give them modifications and ideas and suggestions. And then we actually physically go to the grocery store, go shopping, get the stuff, and I show them how to make these things. So that way they have their week prepped, but also they have these simple, easy ways to kind of replicate it and really be able to kind of notice that, oh, you know what, I can do this myself. It just takes a little time, planning, and effort. But with that, I actually am saving a lot of time and energy and frustration in the long run. So those are the VIP days. And so just this one that I had in California, I shared some of the recipes that we did on my story. I've been posting it on my TikTok, and there's been a lot of great kind of feedback and comments about them. So I figured, why not kind of share what we had talked about? So this was based on my particular client's needs, but these are recipes actually that we've recommended to clients in the 6 Months of Food Freedom program. We recommended just generally when I'm talking to people in the DMs or just having a conversation. I'm always like really encouraging. These are kind of staples that are really easy, replicable, and you can create your own version of them. So I'll kind of just go through kind of some of the options. So she kind of had her breakfast options that were kind of her staples, but sometimes there weren't really enough food, or she was kind of getting bored of it. So I just had mentioned, like, have you ever tried overnight oats? And she said, no, but I do hot oats sometimes. So I was like, well, if you don't have time, it's really great to, the night before, you just take some yogurt, preferably Greek yogurt because it is higher in protein. You take some of your yogurt, you put your oats in there. So you could do like a cup of yogurt, a half a cup of oats, a little bit of honey if you want to, or even like French vanilla extract for some sweetness, fresh fruit. So in her case, we did strawberries, but you can do blueberries, you could do pineapple, you could do banana, you could do whatever fruit you want. Right, so we have our protein from the Greek yogurt. We have our carbohydrates from the oats. We have our healthy fat, which you can add, like chia seeds is a big overnight oats with chia seeds is like a really great high fiber option, healthy fat. So you can do that. You can put a little bit of a nut butter or peanut butter in there. So almond butter or peanut butter, you can do that. So we have your protein from your yogurt. You have your oats, which is your carbohydrates, and high fiber is complex carbohydrate. Then you have your healthy fat. So it could be chia seeds or nuts or peanut butter or almond butter. And then your color, which could be a fruit or a veggie. And in this case, the fruit works well. So you add your fruit in there. And then you can do cinnamon if you wanted to, or, any sort of other seasonings that you might like to throw in there. You literally mix it all together, put it in a little mason jar, put it in your fridge, and the next day it's ready to go. And you could even prep out. What we did together is we made about 4 jars so she can rotate throughout the week. She sometimes would have she was going to try the overnight oats, and then the other time she was going to have her staple breakfast, which she usually makes, which I think was like eggs on toast, and there was no veggies there, so I encouraged her to add like lettuce and tomato with it. So those are kind of like her staple options now that she's going to kind of be rotating back and forth. So that's always something that you guys can give it a try. Let me know in the comments. Have you ever tried overnight oats? Do you like overnight oats? What have you put? You can do different types of yogurt. You can put different types of fruit. You can different types of nuts. You can do different seasonings. Like we use cinnamon, but you could even do like ginger if you wanted to. Depends on your flavor profile, you know, what you like. So that's what I would recommend. I would encourage more of like the plain yogurt, but if you did flavored yogurt, you could also do that. And then you might not need to add honey as a sweetener or something like that. Okay. So that's a good breakfast option. For snacks, we had so much fun with snacks. Oh my God. So we did the egg muffin. So if you ever gone to Starbucks and get like the mini egg bites, the veggie egg bites, well, those are really like tiny. I think they're a good snack, but I don't really think they're that large. So like they're okay if you're about to eat within an hour or so. But if you're trying to get through, you know, for her, she would have lunch, then she was working out at night, and then she wasn't eating until after her workout in the evening at like 7:30, 8 o'clock. So her lunch would be at like 12:31, and then there would be nothing in between, or she might grab some stuff at the office, but it wasn't substantial enough. So we really needed to add a snack in between there that was a little bit more substantial. So we came up with 2 different options and variety within those options, but the main 2 options were those egg muffins that when you can make from home, it's really easy. You just need a muffin tin. You spray it with nonstick spray. You add your veggies, fresh or frozen, salt, pepper, garlic powder, whatever seasonings you want. You can sprinkle a little cheese if you wanted to. I've seen people do like a little bit of like turkey bacon bits in there. However you want to do it. And then you put 100% liquid egg whites, raise it to the top, bake it for about 40 minutes on 350 for about 40 minutes. And now you have these really great egg muffins. So these egg muffins, you know, like I said, if it's going to be, you know, a snack just in between, like you don't have a lot of time, then just the egg muffin is fine. But if you have a little bit more time, you know, that's, you know, you want to make sure it's like really satisfying you. You can do the egg muffin with some crackers or some popcorn. You can do the egg muffins with a piece of fruit to really like kind of get you through. So that's also a great snack option. And then we had the bento boxes, like the snack boxes, because you can have so much variety in there. And she in particular really liked like having something sweet. So we made sure that in her snack boxes, there were a variety of different kinds, but there was some sort of sweetness in there. So we took some almonds, put a little bit of dark chocolate chips in a small part of the section. And then we balanced it. I think we had put some fruit in there. I think we maybe put some popcorn in there. We had a protein, I want to say turkey cold cuts. You could even do like a hard boiled egg if you didn't do the egg bites. You could put that egg bite in there as part of your snack box. So there's so much different variety. So just like in your meals, when we're thinking about carbohydrate, protein, fat, color, and then fun, right? So make it yummy and fun. Carbs, protein, fat, color, and fun. In your meals, you also want to do that in your snack, especially if you're having those long stretches of time where you might not be eating for like 6 or 7 hours in between. That's where your snack can be a little bit more substantial, and it could almost mimic a meal, but just in almost like a little bit of a smaller form, right? So those are our snack options. She felt like she had her lunches covered, so we didn't do any lunches, but easy things you can throw together. You could just get salad kits, tuna fish, throw in, you know, some beans in there as your starch. Those are great options. But the other thing is her dinner, she also would usually repurpose them for her lunches. So we really focus more on dinner. So we made 2 different recipes. We had one, which was a lean ground turkey with spinach. So you could, and this is where you can go variety with it. You can do lean ground turkey. You can do lean ground chicken. You can do lean ground beef. You can use spinach as your vegetable, or you can do kale as your vegetable. We had quinoa in there. It had a little bit of lemon zest, lemon juice. And I think she liked spice. So we picked something with like a little bit of like a chili seasoning as well. So it was really great flavors coming through. It was all just sauteed in a pan. You just added the garlic, the olive oil. I think we just needed the broth for the quinoa. We cooked the veggies. And then we added the ground turkey. Or I'm not sure precisely what that order was, but I do have the recipe. So if you want the recipe, just message me and I'll send it to you. So she really, really liked that. It's something, obviously it's already balanced. for her. So that was one option. And then she had an air fryer, but she never used it. So I was like, all right, let's get this baby out. Let's take the air fryer out. Let's put it on the counter. So it's a visual aid for you. For her in particular, she's one person. So the air fryer is so perfect for those people who only have to cook for like 1 or 2 people. So that way you don't have to make a whole mess of the kitchen. I mean, it's really great for anyone, but it's really, really awesome. Especially she has like a little bit of a smaller one for just that one person. And so we did the potatoes, string beans, and a pork chop, and we seasoned that all up. And we first cooked the string beans and the potatoes, and then we added the pork midway through. And it was literally a perfectly balanced meal in one pan per se. So you can do it in an oven if you don't have an air fryer. But it worked out really well, and she was absolutely thrilled. So it doesn't have to be complicated, guys, when you're thinking about how do you make your meals, how do you make your snacks. It can be what you want. You choose your protein, try to keep it lean most of the time. If it's not going to be lean, then doing something like a fatty fish like salmon, for example, or tuna is actually a great source of heart healthy fats. But for the most part, if you can choose 90% lean or more ground meat, the chicken breast over the chicken thigh most of the time, or at least take the skin off most of the time. Once again, this doesn't have to be a perfect science. Choose things like pork chops. The whiter the meat, the leaner it is. And then if you use fun and flavors of sauces and creams, and you're not afraid of, you don't need, a little bit goes a long way, to really, season up your food, use those creams and sauces if you need for some fun and flavor. Have your veggies present. Have a starch, choose whole grain most often. So as for the example, we said the oats for your breakfast, or something like quinoa for your dinner, or potatoes or starchy vegetable is a great option. And then your healthy fats really usually just find their way, but it could be like the nuts in the overnight oats. It could be some nuts sprinkled on, or nuts or seeds sprinkled on your salad. It could be cooking with olive oil. It could be choosing the fatty fishes as an option. It could be, using, in the snack boxes, we put like hummus. So it could be hummus or guacamole as your healthy fat. So it's really finding ways to make it work and finding the balance within that, and having the variety. And then your fruits, you can rotate, your vegetables, you can rotate, and you can really kind of create what works best for you. So always pick foods that you like, right? Don't try to force down the broccoli if you can't like the broccoli. At the same time, look for new and fun ways and exciting ways to maybe try the broccoli. Maybe you haven't tried it with lemon. Maybe you've never tried it roasted. Maybe you never tried it in marinara sauce. Maybe you haven't maybe you think you're not supposed to have a little cheese sprinkled on it, but maybe a little bit of cheese makes you actually really like it. And so it's not the worst thing. There's different ways in which you can learn to enjoy your food and be flexible with it. And it's not just for you, but even for your family. So, a little bit of cooking goes a really long way. So if you can just take the time to find, even just committing to making one new recipe a week, actually that's probably as much as you need. Just all of these things that I shared with you, just try maybe one of them. And if you do try it, let me know in the comments, or message me on Instagram or here on Facebook. If you do decide that you do want to try one of these recipes, let me know. And I also have a link to them as well. So if the overnight oats, the pork recipe, the turkey with the spinach recipe, and the egg muffin recipe, those are 4 recipes that I have that if you wanted to try it yourself, you're more than welcome to. So you have the visual aid of the ingredients and the steps, but then I also happen to have shown some of them on my TikTok and my Instagram through the Reels. So you can also look there. So that's really it. I hope you found this helpful. If you did, let me know. Once again, if you're watching live, type live. If you're catching the replay, type replay. And thanks so much for being here. And I hope to see if you make any of these dishes, post them in the Facebook group. Let me know that you gave them a try, and I'd be super excited to see them and to see what you think about them. So enjoy. All right. Bye, guys.